Welcome to episode number 14 of the MLB Show 20 Postseason series. And today, obviously it's in one of the LCS, and I'm filming this Thursday, but I can't post until Saturday because if I could post it today, I would. If I could post it tomorrow, I would. But because I don't really have, I can. I'm filming this right now because if you're watching this on Saturday that I posted, what should be the day I posted. I have a 2-day suspension from the computer for editing. It's actually not my computer, the parents' computer, and then I forgot to clean it out, clean the footage out of it. So 3 times actually. So I don't get it back until Friday at 8 p.m. on Friday, but really Saturday because I'm not really planning on. So yeah. So really later today at 4 p.m. Central should be the next episode of my Vinny J NBA 2K20 My Career Series, and then 7 p.m. should be another one of these postseason. Next episode of this series, which will be Game 2 of the LCS. Should be this game's like Homer Bailey versus Josh James, and then they have I think number 5 starter for both. And then they have Austin Hurry Up, and I don't know about that. I'm thinking I'm gonna put their ace, like Grandy for the it might be Grandy versus Barrios for game 2, or I might start the Astros ace if they're facing elimination, or the Twins ace if they're facing elimination. But for this game, which is in Houston, it's only Homer Bailey versus Josh James. There's the bracket. Astros won. Lost game 1, won game 2 and 3, and then the Braves, well, they were down 5-2 at one point, 5-2 if you look at the bot score. I don't know if it might be a little bright. I don't know if you can, but they won 6-5 in 12 innings, but at one point they were down 5-2. They got 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 8th, and then 1 in 12. Or no, 5-3 I think, because, no, yeah, they were down 5-2 at one point. So now we're about to play game 1. I'm trying to, and then game 1 of the LCS, which I know start tomorrow. Well, I'm not filming it, but I'm probably gonna play it tomorrow because after this I'm play game 18, 19 of season 1 of Vinny J NBA 2K20 My Career Series. So as you can see, as they almost came back. I mean, the Rays got 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, just trying to get it done. There we go. No games on Tuesday, October 6, 2020. Here we go. But there is. The LCS starts right now. So I just remember I did not activate the other controller, so I'm gonna get it. Hopefully it. Oh, if you saw me, whatever. But now I have to. Well, I mean, I have to do this because there's some prior information coming up. Here we go. Other games today. Play 4 games. The Astros will be the gold controller, and the Twins will be the blue controller. Here we go. It's George Springer, which probably not done for the Astros home uniform for the Astros, and for the Twins, our uniform that's Kepler. Here we go. Minute Park holds 41,168. Opened in 2000. Presentation mode broadcast team style show team quick counts on. Roof open was open for game 1 and 3, and then Cloud Tower. Let's go with Clear Skies. Then probably Cloud to go with Clear Skies. I could start Grandy here, but I'm gonna probably start the team's ace if they're facing elimination in game 2. Well, someone will be, obviously, because it's only a best of 3 series. And Barrios, and the only 2 pitchers for the Twins to help full energy is Homer Bailey and Giles Chanin. So yeah. 73 versus 73, righty versus righty. Pretty even matchup. And I'm gonna let well, Tucker's back in. Probably not take Tucker out, but I'm gonna put Sprinter. I'm gonna put Straw in center, not leading off. Don't worry. I'm gonna put I don't know. Either it's Sprinter who leads off. Let's switch out Tuve. Let's have Tuve leading off, and then Duriel there. And yeah, so yeah, and then move up him, and then we're gonna not put the backup pitcher in. We're gonna put Diaz in left. Actually, no, not in left. We're gonna leave. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna put Reddick in left. Put Correa up, and that's it. We're gonna leave. Well, Diaz did play. I believe he went 1 for 4. He did play in left field, and is Tucker playing? Tutter's actually. No, I was gonna put. No, I put Reddick in left, which he didn't play left. Okay, yeah, good. So I put Straw in center, and then Reddick in right. So I took out Sprinter and then Brantley, and then have Dustin Durans, and then Durian, or whatever his name is. Their backup catcher, and then Diaz, which did play in game 2, I think. No, he played in left field. Wait. I think. Did I take? No. I think I put Diaz. I think I put Diaz. No, switch this. Switch their positions, and then put Tucker, which he's gonna stay out 2 straight innings. Put Brantley back and move Brantley up to there. Yeah, I think I put Diaz in left for game 3. I think I did. And here I'm gonna put Andrian's at short. Not that far up in the lineup though. I'm gonna put let's put Garber there. Ryan stays in. Let's put Garber. Switch Rosario, Avila, Sano, switch, and then Kay is gonna replace Buxton in center. He can bat 9, and then Gonzalez I was gonna put in left, and then replace Rosario in right for Kepler, who's at 154. Let's tough to know lead off. So yeah, Sprinter and that's really. I think I put Diaz in for game 3. I believe. I think I did. I don't remember. I think I did. Yeah, I did for game 3. I remember that. Yeah. So that's the lineup. A little different for those teams. Here we go. I'm the play-by-play on support stand. Here we go. And yeah, the players that are on the bench right now, that usually are starters, they'll be back for game 2 and 3. Because this day does matter, but no one didn't. It's not an elimination day. I don't know, put the backups in. Some, obviously. We're here at Minute Park in Houston, Texas for Game 1 of 2020 ALCS between the Minnesota Twins and Houston Astros. I'm not always playing Houston. Hi everybody, Vinny J here in 3042 ATN Man Cave. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball here on the show. As you can see, the roof is open. Clear skies here in Houston. And you can see Twins 151 first in the AL Central. Astros had the best record in the American League and the whole majors 107 and 55 first in the AL West. It's Homer Bailey versus Josh James in the pitching matchup. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. You only right here in this shot you only see one guy put his hand over his heart. Then it's Tucker. Too big small. He also wears a buzzer. Well, probably. He held his shirt after hit the walkout home run into the Yankees and into the LCS. Josh James, 1 star in I guess the 2019 season. Must have been out of the bullpen or something. 5-1 record, 4.70 ERA, 51 and 1/3 innings, 46 hits, 1.32 whip, 35 walks, and 100 strikeouts. So he probably started one game and then, I don't know, got hurt, or probably he was out of the bullpen. So he probably started one game as like an opener, or he was in the rotation, and then he got moved to the bullpen or something. Here's Sano, was a leadoff man, usually Templar, but he got not playing in this game. The game does matter, but it's not an elimination game. Game 1, best of 3. 1-0 down, that's an L. Swing and a miss, strike 2. At 65 degrees, clear skies, wind 5 miles per hour, blowing out to right field. A little cold. Surprising that it closed the roof, but roof's open. It is Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. Sano crushes one off the sidewall, foul. I didn't really crush one, just hit one against the sidewall. Started the 4-seam fastball, slider, and a changeup. 1-2 down. That's a ground ball. It's on a tough play for Gurriel. That had to shift on. He still has to know by a line, a good bit, or a long way. Here's the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Miguel Sano, Marwin Gonzalez, Nelson Cruz, Josh Donaldson, Eddie Rosario, Iron Andrianza, sorry if I said that wrong, Alex Avila, Luis Ariz, and Jay Taves. As you can see, there's 3 guys batting 0 because they haven't played at all. And Gonzalez did play in game 2? Did he play in game 2? Yeah, he played in game 2, yeah, at shortstop. This time he played in game 2 of the LDS at shortstop. Here he's playing, obviously, in game 1 of the LCS, which is this game, obviously. But this time in left field. And they moved Rosario right and took Kepler out. That's a line drive or a ground ball against the shift. And he's super fun. Here's Nelson Cruz. Fourth on the Twins, 1 batting 333, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Well, that was 2-run home run because in game 1 of the LDS he did drive in a runner. Remember that. 1-1 count. That's a ground ball, should be 2. 2 base hits on the bat ball in the first double play. A 4U3 double play, 4 unassisted, and then 4 unassisted, 4U3 double play. Yeah, after throwing the bat, middle of 1, the score is 0-0. Homer Bailey, 31 starts last year, 2019, 13-9 record, 4.57 ERA, sort of high ERA, 153 and 1/3 innings, 162 hits, 1.32 whip, 53 walks, and 149 strikeouts. I believe he was at the Reds last year. Signed with Twins via free agency, along with Rich Hill, but in this day I think he's not in here yet because in real life he was coming in like June now, so the season started on time. That's foul ball. You hate Houston. You hate Houston? 1-2 count. That's a line drive, and then we'll get over Ariza's head. That's over Ariza's head and short of Rosario. Especially that guy.
I think we should have lost the World Series.
Here's Gurriel. As they did make it to the World Series in my first postseason, but it was only 1 game and lost 9-8. One walk-off fashion in the 9th, and they blew it. They got 3 runs in the 9th to lose. 1-1 count. Now it's in DC, obviously. That's a line drive. Then it's in the right center field. Cave is after it, but the runner at first will easily score. By the time Ariz gets to the run, as Tampa Cross and the Astros take the first lead in game 1.
Ariz did get married.
No, he didn't.
I saw it on the internet. Must be true.
Here's no, he didn't. Here's Correa. As Bailey's shaking up right now. On count. That's a tapper foul. Not really a tapper foul, but you know. And this guy's a 14 basketball splitter, slider, and another curve. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. Punches it just between. And now it's bobbled. Now the runner's coming home. And it's up the line. And then Avila's like spin tag did him. As that was botched by Rosario in right. Usually plays left, but he can play left, center, or right. At least second base. And now it's 2-0 Houston. 2-0 Houston in the first. Here's Bredman. Ground ball off of the leg of the pitcher. Safe. And they still haven't got it out yet. And it's 2-0 with 2 runners on nobody out for Alvarez, who homered twice in Game 3. And I shouldn't say one. Here we go. This is getting bad. 1 count. That's a ground ball. Past whatever his name is, and got him at first or second. As that passed barely, and then Andrianda flipped it to whatever his name is. Here's Straw. He's not playing.
In the ALCS.
1 count. That's a ground ball. Should be 2. Diamond stop by Sano. But he has 96 speed and he's safe at first, and it's 3-0. Fielder tries an RBI for Miles Straw. He actually has more speed than I thought. Palanta, he sat down ALDS day in 2, and now here we are. Brantley, who's been in 7th. Both teams are Sprinter's not playing for the Astros. Line drive, but caught by Donaldson. But the Astros did 3 runs. On 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 1 here in Houston. The score is 3-0 Astros. Here's Donaldson. 1-1 count. That's a foul ball. So they're all down 3-0, as they were down 1-0 in the series against New York. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball over the right to Altuve. Well, I forgot. I stripped the Astros starting lineup. Sorry about that. But here's the defense for the Houston Astros. Michael Brantley, Miles Straw, Josh Ridge in the outfield, Yuri Gurriel, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, Alex Brennan in the infield, and Martin Maldonado behind the plate. And obviously Josh James on the mound. And by the way, I'm also not playing Sprinter. And that's it, right? I think that's the only substitute. Here's Rosario. 1 home run, 3 RBIs in the series. That's a fly ball! That is hit well! That ball is out of here! Over the archways! Rosario with a home run! Into the archways, 422. Eddie Rosario with a solo homer in the left center field. His first second home run of the postseason. Second home run of the postseason, first of the series. 422 feet, 107 miles per hour off the bat, and it's now 3-1 Houston. He has cut the Astros lead to 2 at 3-1. Rosario, opposite field home run. Is that doing a train track? Where did that hit? No, it hit the Astros. HoustonAstros.com sign. Here's Andrianda, first at bat in the postseason. Same thing for Avila when he gets up, and same thing for Jake Cave. That's a ground ball through the Correa behind second. Or really the right of second, 1 down. Here's Avila, first posting at bat, and then Cave will do his soon, as they're not playing Garver as well. Send over Buxton. That's a fly ball, it is hit well! Avila sends it to the wall! But that ball is caught by Brantley against the out-of-town scoreboard, against the solo homer over the archways in left center field by Eddie Rosario. It was second home run of the postseason and first of the series. Middle of 2 to score is the Astros 3 and the Twins 1. That was Rosario's second home run of the postseason, first of the series. And here's Josh Reddick. They did lose Jake Marinez. He's on the Mets now. That's a ground ball. It's a bullet up the middle. Cave comes in. Also Buxton at some point probably come in as a pinch runner if they need it. And now here's Martin Maldonado, top of the order to follow. Remember, it's not the Sprinter. They're starting out Matt Whistler in the bullpen already. He's given up 5 hits. And he's pitched an inning. It's over an inning. That's a ground ball, right? Second one. First, he has 6 speed, and he's still out by about 5 steps. He only has 6 speed. 2 down. I might have skipped the defense. Sorry about that. And here's the guy that wears the buzzer. Altuve. 1 on count. Low. Ball 2. And usually shut the umpires. Anyway, a 2-1 count, and that is in there. Strike 2. And here's the umpire sign for Game 1 of the 2020 ALCS. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald. First time he's been behind the plate in any of my postseason games. So basically, he's inconsistent. I'm gonna put it that way for the people that didn't hear. But he's basically inconsistent. 65 degrees clear. You already know what the win. Behind the plate, Joe McDonald at first base. Carl Dixon at center base. Eric Summers John at third base. Freddie Ferguson. Here's Altuve. 1 on count. I mean, that's a line drive toss. Turned by a line. In and over. Well, that was a low throw again. So pitch by Snell. We're through 2 here in Houston. The score is 3-1 Houston. Here's the Rise, who's was like Dozier. I mean, center baseman, war number 2. The difference is Dozier wasn't really on base machine, and the Rise a little younger. A lot younger, I think. That's a ground ball to Correa. And Donovan at first. There's Jake Tate, first at bat here in the postseason. He has some speed. He's like 60. Shift is on. That's a fly ball. It's hit well. That ball is gonna be caught on the warning track. Would have been gone if it was 10 feet over to the left. I mean, that's now Avila hit one to the warning. Here's postseason Brad. As you can see, that Braves, Dodgers, and the NLCS, and obviously the Twins and the Astros ALCS. And you didn't see how the teams advanced out of the division series and who obviously won the wild card game. And both wild card teams, the Nationals and the Rays. Well, I mean the Rays won Game 1 and then lost Game 2 and 3. The Nationals got swept. The only division series that didn't go 3 games. That's a ground ball past James, and it's bunched by Altuve. And they're gonna slap the E4 on him, like. And here comes Gonzalez as the tie and run. He's batting second today. That's a ground ball, and that is gonna get past Altuve. No 9-3. Gonzalez beats it out. 2 runners on, 2 outs. And here comes Boomstick. A.J. Nelson Cruz. Hitting the double play earlier. That's a fly ball that is smacked! That ball is in it! 1 off the wall, stays in play! They're gonna hold the runner at third. Throw to second, not in time. The old man finds head first in the second. And here comes Donaldson. It's 3-2. Time run at center base, third base. Go ahead and run at center base. 1 on count. That's a fly ball. That ball is hit well. And it's going to be caught by Strong left center field. But the Twins do another run. It's a RBI double by Nelson Cruz, not Josh Donaldson. And it's now 3-2 Astros after 2.5 innings of play. It did not. Well, the run would have scored anyways. But if it was someone else faster, like Butzner, probably would have scored. But it's 3-2 now. Here's Gurriel. That's a little tapper. Oh, back to Bailey. Well, now he's really settled down since that wild first inning. Hopefully I did not jinx him. Sorry about that, Bailey. But here's Correa, 1 for 1 with a single RBI and a run scored. 30th pitch coming from Bailey. That's a ground ball to Sano. What a play by Sano! A drop flip to Bailey, 2 down. Here's Brennan who singled, I believe that Brennan someone. No, 1 for 1 with Sano, that's it. No run scored, no RBI. It's a ground ball to Arise. That's another low throw by Arise, another pitch by Sano. We're through 3, a score is 3-2 Houston. since the first inning, and here's Rosario, since the first inning for the, well, that's only been 2 innings away for the Astros. That's a fly ball! And that's gonna die. And Brent lands it over and he makes the catch. 1 down. That was a good game. Game 3 of the Twins and Yankees series. That was the Twins, they got the lead. And then down our final strike, Luke Boyd had an RBI single, and then the Twins got 2 in the 10th. The Yankees had 1 in the 10th as well. 2-1 town. That got past Brantley, but I guess it's only going to be a double for Andrianza. Tyner at center base for Avila. They signed from, I believe, the Diamondbacks via free agency. That's a ground ball to Bregman. Andrianza stays at center base. No, he signed with the Twins via free agency, but I believe he was with Arizona last year. Here's a rise. Tyner at center base, 2 outs. That's a ground ball. That's a base hit. And the throw is cut off by Gurriel, and Andrianza will hold at second or third. Here's Jake Cave. Tyner at third base, Joanna at the plate, or Joanna at first base. That's a foul ball. Twins, Tyner at third base, Joanna at the first base, 2-2 count. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws to the 2 at center base, and it's over. We're through 3.5. Score remains 3-2 Astros. Very dark. There's Jordan. 1 on count. That's a ground ball on a tough play for Andrianza. And he throws it to center, 1 down. That's not like the center base position. Here's Straw. Over one of the fielder strikes an RBI. That's a line drive. That's only topped by Rosario did himself. The Astros haven't got a hit. Or got 1 hit since the first inning. So that's been only almost 3 innings. But Bailey's really settled down. The Astros offense kind of gone into a slump since the first inning. That's a ground ball to Donaldson. And he has retired 9 straight. We're through 4. The score remains 3-2 Astros. It might be even 10. We're back to Houston. Let's go on the field. Check it with time you want me. Roger Baldelli. Pangiati. Aha! Top of the order, do up for the Twins in the bottom. Top of the 5th. 3-2 Houston. 2 count. 1 count. He's 0 for 2 in the game. By his team, they have 2 runs and 6 hits, no errors, and the Astros had 3 runs and they haven't got a hit, but they got 1 hit since the first inning. That's a ground ball over the head of the pitcher right to a 2. And by the way, Bailey, I believe, has not retired 9 straight. But it's something like that. It's like 7 straight at least. And then here's Gonzo. Shift is on, as he is a switch hitter. That's a ground ball. He goes against the shift. And then we'll hit the bottom of the out-of-town scoreboard, and also then it was an easy 1-out double. Tyron, third of them. For this, he's really, he's proved that he's still with the Twins, obviously. Here's Cruz. That's a foul, 1 for 2, a double, and an RBI. 1-2 count. That's a foul ball. Remains 1 to the boomstick. That's all Tampa is in front of now. Did not show the third first, 2 down. Tyner 90 feet away with 2 outs. For, I believe, Josh Donaldson. Over 2 at the fly out and a ground out. 2-2 count. That's a pump up! On the ALCS logo in foul territory. Gurriel overran it! Overran it and it falls! No error, but Donaldson stays alive. 2-2 count. Swing and miss, straight 3, he's down and straight. Halfway home, the score is the Astros 3 and the Twins 2. And the Twins have dominated. I would say they have the momentum right now. since the first inning. I mean, since Rosario's home run, they have the momentum right now. That's a ground ball, and Bailey's really settled in since that wild first inning and 1 down. I mean, he's only been 1 hit up since the first inning. And he kept it 3-0, and now it's 3-2. Here's Martin Maldonado. That's a ground ball. Passed Bailey, but right through a rise. Pretty close play, though, although he has hit speed. I almost ran the wrong way with a rise. Here's Altuve, 1 for 2 with a single and a run. As this is the 47th pitch coming from Bailey. 3-1 count. And that is a ground ball. Throw 3 low throws by the line, but all 3 pitched by Sano. And the final score remains 3-2 Astros. That's at least 9 straight now. There's Eddie Rosario, who homered back in the second that got this offense started. And obviously the RBI double by Cruz, and now the energies are yellow already. And he's in line for the win, a 1-2 count. That is a bullet! Deep right center field, that ball is gone! Rosario smacks one and stands tied. 467 feet to right center field. Rosario's third home run of the postseason, second of the series, and second of the game. And now we're tied at 3. And James, right as I said he was in line for the win, he's in line for the no decision. Second home run allowed by James, both to Rosario, and here comes Adrianza. They sat down a long reliever, and they're starting to warm up. I mean, Duffy got the loss in game 1, and then tell the energy down, and starting up Tyler Duffy now in the bullpen, under the archways, where Rosario's first home run went, and they're starting to warm up Brad Peacock in the actual bullpen right center field. Because clearly, they'll start in line for the loss or no decision, but James' energy's in the yellow. That's a ground ball to about 2 inches short right field. 1 down. So I believe besides Avila, I think is the only one that doesn't have a hit. He has a fly out, which he almost homered earlier. He was probably 5 feet away. That's a foul ball. It's shipped on. And then Tave, I believe, has a hit, I think. Maybe he has a 1-2 down. That's a ground ball, and that's Avila's first hit of the game of the postseason. He has 10 speed, 1 for 3 in the game for Avila. So he punched it against the shift, and here comes Tave. Tave has a hit, right? No, Tave does not have a hit. And here comes a rise. James, 3-2 down, 1 out. That's a fly ball. I posted it over there, and it's caught by Brownlee in left field, 2 down. And really, I think that'll take him out if it does that at the top of the order, because you have the powerful Sano. Here comes Cave. Probably his last batter, regardless if he gets him out or not. That's a ground ball fair! And they're going to hold Avila at second base. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and that's probably the end of the day for James. She's in line for the no decision, but they're not 3 runs beating at the loss, maybe. His energy's in the red. Here comes Peacock. Second appearance in the postseason. As the runners on base are responsible with James, there's a possibility he could get the no loss. 2-2 fastball slider, 4-2 down to an under curve and a changeup. 1-1 count to Sano. Swing and a miss on the slider below the 1-2 to the Twins first baseman. 1-2 down. That's a ground ball to middle base hit. The runner from first to go to third. Throw to home is cut off. And they should have done him at home if it wasn't cut off. And the Twins have taken the lead. And now whatever that's charged to James, the runner at third is charged as well. Now he's in line for the loss. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball. Throw to second, and then time for the Twins. Have scored 4 unanswered runs to have the momentum, and have taken the lead. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Middle of 6th score is 4-3 Twins. Twins that don't run. I mean, the Astros have 1 hit since that big first inning, which they scored 3 runs, and they haven't scored anything since. They only have 1 hit since. That's a fly ball. That ball is hit well towards the archway. That ball is gone. Gurriel has tied it. The Astros first inning like 3 innings, and their first runs in the first inning. Gurriel with a Gurriel with a solo homer left center field, his first home run of the series, and it's now 4-4. So now James is in line. Josh James wanted no decision, as that looks like the note. I mean, it wasn't finished. The ball was still there. How long? Well, it was 460. I'm not sure what the exit velo was, but probably was near 100. Well, it did say, I just didn't say it in time, but it did go 460 feet. Here's Correa. Bailey remains in there. That's a ground ball. That's a pass to Diamondson. And a rise. As you might see, that could be Bailey's. I mean, that's his first run given up to the first hit in a while. It's on Bredman. Let's not keep him out there, but you know what happened last time. That's a ground ball. Could be 2. A rise. Andrianza. Sano. Safe at first. First one out. Both started in line for the loss. James or in line for the no decision. James did no decision. Bailey's, well, he's still in the game. Here's Jordan. Ground ball. That is passed. And now it is in the center field. 2 runners on 1 out. That could be the end of the rope for Bailey. And if it is, he's a chance he did get the loss in over James. And here comes Duffy. Center appearance in the postseason. That's a loss in game 1 of the LDS. The runners on base are responsible for Bailey. 3-1 count. That's a fly ball. Sky to right field. Rosario makes the catch in right field, 2 down. And the runner at first goes back to first, and the runner at second stays where he is. Here comes Brantley. I see the 14 outfield slider and a knuckle curve. 1-1 count. That's all. He's trying to jab at it. And that's a knuckle curve on the outside corner. And that's a low through line. John that's picked by Sano. And both sides would know decision no matter what. We're through 6 scores, 4-4. Anyway, here's Cruz, who doubled and RBI double drove in their second run of the game earlier. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball. It's a tough play. Charges Altuve, 1 down. Oh, I mean, he had shift on, but I mean, Cruz only has 15 speed. Here's Donaldson. I mean, 0 for 3 in the game. That's a long drop, but caught by Gurriel. 2 down. Good foul. Here's the very dangerous Eddie Rosario. 3 home runs in the postseason, 1 in the last series. And that is a diving stop by Correa. He got him. And over. 7th inning stretch time at Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. The score is the Twins 4 and the Astros 4. Oh, and I'm by the one that is in the bottom of 7th. Here's Josh Reddick, 8-9-1 due up for the Astros in the bottom of the 7th. That's a ground ball. Andrianza, 1 down. Andrianza. Here's Tyler Duffy. I mean, not Tyler Duffy. I mean Martin Maldonado. You're a 2-1 count. That's a ground ball past Sano. Chance for a 9-3, but really Sano was nowhere near the bad because he dove. And here comes the Altuve with scored a run earlier. It's a ground ball. Sano. Andrianza back to Sano, double play. And over. And the 7th score remains 4-4. Here comes Andrianza. 6-7-8 2 up for the Twins in the top of the 8th. 1 for 3 in the game. That's a line drive that will get down. Well, 2 off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he's in there with an easy stand-up leadoff double. And he's a go-ahead run. Go-ahead run on base, and you might maybe see some speed. But here's Avila, who almost homered earlier. He did score a run. Avila, ground ball, that's a base hit. Around third. And they're gonna hold the runner, and now and I threw. Probably was unsafe, but I threw the wrong base. Sorry about that. That was not on purpose. I accidentally hit the wrong button. And here comes Luis. Alright! I should not try that again. And it's not Brian or Abreu in the bullpen. The shift is the infield sort of in, or it is in. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. 2 and 2. And they're... Here we go. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball. And the run does not score. Two has to get all the way over there. It's double play. And the runner at third stays where he is. Going up to JK. Which, I don't know. You might... There's single on the 6th. And they're down to Brian Abreu. 6'1", 204 pounds, 22 years old. The runner at third is responsible of Davinsky. Or Peacock, not Davinsky. 1-0 count. That's a jam shot. A nasty slider. And the inning's over. Middle of 8, the score made the Twins 4 and the Astros 4. Here comes Gurriel at the meat of their order. 2-3-4. Due up in the bottom of the 8th. That's a ground ball. He homered last time. I remember that. He didn't homer this time. And he's out on a 6-3 ground out. 1 down. Here comes Correa, who had a great diving stop on Rosario last time. 2 for 3 in the game as well. Swing and miss. 1 and 2. That was a nasty fire by Brady on the cave. Swing and miss. On the fastball. Low and an in fastball by Duffy. Good job. Here's the Breadman. I said that wrong. Here, they started Romo, who did the save in Game 3 of the ALDS. Rogers got the win, and Chapman got the loss. But well, you already know that was on camera. 1-1 talented ground ball. Rise, ranging to his right. Jeter jumped through, got him. And if the Astros are going to win, it's only a walk-off fashion. Work through 8, the score is 4-4. That was not supposed to happen, I believe. And that just froze. Here's Sano. 1-2-3 do up for the Twins at the top of the 9. This guy having... That's a foul ball. Is that... This has a 14 fastball, 12-6 curve, a slider, and a changeup. That's a bullet but caught by Gurriel. 1 down. Here comes Vindon, 3 for 4 with what? 2 singles and a double and a run scored. And here we go, shift is on. He's really performing well. That's a liner, and that ball is caught! Bradley with a diving catch! 2 down. Probably would have been the dab if they had the shift on. Here comes Cruz at 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI on 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. It's a tough play for Altuve from the outfield grass. And the Astros will win Game 1 by scoring 1 run. Middle of 9 scores, the Twins 4 and the Astros 4. Here's Jordan. And they're all Brennan Sergio Rowan trying to get the same extra innings. As you can see, when it in the third, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 657 average, he's left-handed batter, no averages, he ran out of batters. 2 appearances, by the way. A 7th appearance, he got to save in Game 1. Or Game 3 of the LDS. And when a talent's a foul ball. Shift is on. I mean, if you can punch it at the shift, you can get in storm position. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. He hits it right into the shift. Andre on so basically the second base position, 1 down. Jordan Owl, who had 2 home runs in Game 3. Here's Miles Straw, who's 0 for 3 with a RBI on the fielder's choice in the first inning. That's a pop-up. And coming in is Rosario, 2 down. If they show you that Redson on the ball, it means dive. Why did it show me that when I had... Here's Brantley, who had a dive and catch. Here we go, 1-2 count. That's a ground ball, backhand itself by Donaldson, across the diamond, got in. And we were going to extra innings in Game 1. And this is the Twins' 7th straight extra inning game. And the Astros first in the postseason. And the 9 score is 4-4. Here comes Donaldson. 4, 5, 6, 7 do up for the 4, 5, 6 do up for the Twins at the top of the 10th. Trying to get Game 1 win. And that was weird, but it's foul. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball to Gurriel. Throws it to a brave foot race and he wins it. 1 down. Here's Eddie Rosario and 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. I would not want to play with him. That's a ground ball, not a home run, but he's on base. That's a go-ahead run. And you might actually see a pinch runner because you have a fast runner on base. And I'm not on Nora because I heard if you go into the thin on that, it doesn't let you pinch run for some reason. And then they're on Brendan Butson, who can play right field. And I watch it because he can really run. He's not stealing. Here's Andrianza. Ground ball could be 2. And then it's a 6-4-3 double play in and over. Middle of 10, the score remains 4-4. And Butson will remain in the game and play right field for basically the remainder of the game. Well, they do have Kepler on the bench, but I don't know why you wouldn't. Why you would waste a bench player like that. That's a ground ball back to Romo off his glove. And he is safe at first. And the winner runs on base. The winner runs on base for Houston. Now Brendan Charles Tucker to be the pinch runner. One on town. And he's gonna show bunt. And he fouls it. Now it's 1-2. Are you supposed to see a bunt or not? Because if you bunt this, and he's gonna do it again, that ball is fair, and everybody's safe. That was such a bad voice drop. There's Altuve. Oh, down. That's a ground ball. It's like a tough play. It's like a sacrifice, or 1 down. And that was a really tough play for Andrianza to make. And you probably don't see an intentional walk to Uriel, who's homered in a game. And he did double play at 4 70 bases in order. And remember that the Yankees had basically nobody out in the bottom of the 10th in game 3, and it was a double, like a home. Here comes Correa, which maybe that wasn't a good idea, but they did not set up the 4 70 base. 2-2 count. That's a liner, but it will tail foul. Okay, is the infield in, or is it bad? Why is it? I just for a double play. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball. That is a base hit. And the Astros win game 1 by 4 10s. And the Astros win game 1, and the Twins lose 5 4 10 innings. So it was 3-0 Astros, and then the Twins came out, got 4 straight runs. They had 4-3 late. Uriel tied it. That's the bat of the game, as you can see. Now it's going and the Astros have a chance to win the series if they can win game 2 of Minnesota, which the Yankees, Twins came out down 1-0 in the ALDS. And Uriel is the top player of the game, who actually had Correa had the game-winning hit, but as Uriel is the player of the game, Romo gets the loss against Abreu gets the win and no save. Romo gets the loss 0-1 postseason, and Abreu gets the win on postseason, no save. See, Homer to tie the game in the 8th, 7th? I think the 7th, yeah. Brian Abreu got the win, 1-1 on the postseason, and Sergio Romo gets the loss 0-1 in the postseason, no save. And remember, real life is best of 7, the championship series is, but I said it's the best of 3. And the World Series is real life is best of 7, but I put best of 5. The Twins had 4 runs and 14 hits, no errors, and the Astros had 5 runs and 11 hits, no errors. Rosario 3 for 5 with 2 home runs, a single, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Andrianza with 2 doubles. Gonzalez 3 for 5 with a double and 2 singles. Cruz drove in the other run, and who drove in one of the other runs, and I'm not sure who. The other guy that drove in the run was Sano. I think he drove in the go-ahead run. And then obviously Butson ran for Rosario on the 10th. And then doubled, Cruz got 1, Andres got 2, Gonzalez got 1, and then Rosario 2 home runs, RBIs, Cruz 4th of the postseason, Rosario 2, 4 and 5, and then Sano number 1, and then Bailey, double play Cruz, Ariz, and Andrianza. And for game 2, everyone will be back for both teams, and then the Twins will probably throw out Barrios, and maybe I might. Well, no matter what, I know I'll put Barrios out because I'm not putting that 67 overall with D potential. I checked that before the day out. Bailey 5 1/3, Duffy 2 2/3, Roma in 1/3 at the loss. So you only use 3 pitchers. I mean, Bailey's 4 runs. I mean, Duffy gave up only 1 hit, and Roma only 2 hits. 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, which is attention walk and no strikeout. So Twins turn right down 1-0 in the ALDS. They don't win them. Astros will get a little tears. Hopefully they can win, because they did win amazing comeback down 6-0 at one point, and that went in 9-8 and 17 innings. Remember, it was only one day in the World Series championship game. My center postseason bracket. But yeah. Okay, so and by the way, that video will probably going up. Well, I'm filming it Thursday, but I'm probably posting it Saturday later today. And I'm going to do a close on the other side, and that's flip because this flip's about to end in 10 seconds. So I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it in the next flip. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to close the no board. If you have tips, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about the videos. And you know, I'm going to see you in episode number 15 of MLB The Show 20 Postseason Series. See you in episode number 15. And eat a lot of bacon. And go Twins.